I used to think something was wrong with me, not because I was failing, but because I couldn't stay in one lane. I watched people build careers that made perfect sense. One degree, one profession, one path. Meanwhile, my life looked like a collection of unfinished stories. I taught mathematics. I worked in customer service. I became a radio presenter, a television presenter, a voiceover artist, a web designer, a digital marketer, a project management trainer, an LLM trainer, a blogger, and several other things in between. For years, I thought all those changes meant I was confused. Maybe you felt that too. Maybe you've looked at your life and wondered why everyone else seems to have a clear direction while you're still trying to figure out where you belong. If you've ever felt that way, type "different" in the chat right now. Because what I'm about to share completely changed the way I see myself. One day I opened my CV, not to update it, just to look at it. And for the first time, I saw something I had never noticed before. My resume wasn't showing me who I was. It was showing me all the ways I had tried to become someone else. That realization hit me harder than I expected, because every role on that list was respectable, every role was valuable, but almost none of them reflected my deepest natural gifts. I had spent years building skills, but very little time building myself. And that is where everything began to change. The strange thing is that many of us spend our lives trying to become normal. We try to fit into careers that look successful. We chase paths that earn approval. We follow directions that make sense to everybody except us. And little by little, we begin to abandon the very things that make us unique. For me, those things were storytelling, teaching, inspiring people, using words to create meaning. The problem wasn't that those gifts were missing. The problem was that I kept treating them as hobbies while chasing what I thought were more respectable opportunities. Have you ever done that? Have you ever hidden the thing you are naturally good at because it didn't seem practical? If so, tell me in the chat. I read every comment because I have a feeling many of us are carrying talents we've never truly given permission to grow. The turning point came when I stopped asking, "What do people expect me to become?" and started asking, "What comes naturally to me?" That question changed everything, because the things that come naturally to us often feel too ordinary to be valuable. A storyteller thinks storytelling is normal. A gifted teacher thinks teaching is normal. A great communicator thinks communication is normal. We underestimate our gifts because we experience them every day. Then one day I discovered something that shocked me. Some of the world's largest companies actively search for great storytellers. Not because storytelling is a hobby, but because stories move people. Stories change decisions. Stories create connection. Stories build movements. For the first time, I realized that the thing I had been overlooking for years might have been one of my greatest strengths. And maybe that's true for you too. Maybe the thing you've been dismissing is the very thing that deserves your attention. Maybe being different isn't your weakness. Maybe it's your advantage. Maybe the reason you've never fully fit into someone else's path is because you were never meant to live someone else's life. And that's the lesson I wish someone had taught me earlier. There is nothing wrong with being different. There is something wrong with spending your life pretending not to be. So here's my challenge for you. Before you leave this video, write down one thing that comes naturally to you. One thing people always compliment you on. One thing you could talk about for hours without getting tired. Then put it in the comments. Let's see how many hidden gifts are sitting in this community right now. Because this channel isn't just about my story. It's about helping people rediscover their own. And if you'd like to connect with me personally, join the community using the link in the description. You'll meet people who are on the same journey of self-discovery, growth, and purpose. And if you'd like personal guidance, you'll also find information there about one-on-one coaching and mentorship opportunities. In the next story, I'll tell you how a simple conversation with a radio repairman led me to a 7-figure project opportunity. It sounds unbelievable. Honestly, I wouldn't have believed it myself. But it happened. And the lesson hidden inside that encounter changed my life forever. Until then, don't be afraid to be different. The world already has enough copies. It only has one of you.